All right, it sounds like Troy Weaver will become the ninth black general manager in basketball, executive, whatever you want to call it. He will be the Detroit Pistons' new general manager. And I'm cool with it. I think it's a great move for the Detroit Pistons. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. And they have been trying to hash out, a contract for him to lead Oklahoma City Thunder to come over to the Detroit Pistons. Now, um, one of his claims to fame, not only being on the bench when Carmelo and Hakeem Warwick won a national championship in Syracuse, one of his claim to fame was obviously identifying Russell Westbrook and helping the Thunder take him. That was his doing, getting Westbrook to the Thunder when many people didn't see the elite prospect that Russell Westbrook was. So that wasn't a no-brainer. Like, okay, you got Hakeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan in the draft. You know what I'm saying? And the Portland Trailblazers took Sam Bowie. It wasn't clear cut. You know what I'm saying? Because Westbrook was pretty much an underrated prospect out of the LA area, I believe he was, and Troy Weaver was the one that scouted him, and from the coaches, from coaching at Syracuse to going to being a scout, to basically being a Thunder's executive, he worked his way up, and it's a blue collar mentality. When you work your way from an elite AAU program to coaching with Jim Boeheim in Syracuse and getting a national championship. Then you go from being a scout for many years in the NBA to assistant GM in the Oklahoma City Thunder. He paid his dues. When we talk about Detroit, it's hard working city, blue collar city, and that's what you want. Out of Troy Weaver. So a lot of people probably gonna not like the hire. They wanted Chauncey Billups, but at the end of the day, Chauncey just didn't fit the profile what they was looking for. They was looking for a GM that had experience, and Chauncey didn't have experience. Now, it's a lot of people in the NBA that don't have experience. Now, I got a video coming talking about one of these dudes, and he's a super agent, Leon Rose. He was an agent of Carmelo Anthony. He's now the GM with the New York Knicks. So we went with the experience route. I think he could have did let Chauncey come. But the issue with Chauncey was he wanted to run the show. He didn't want to answer to Ed. And Troy Weaver is going to be answering to Ed. And then Ed is going to answer to, Tom Gores. Some people want that direct plug from them to the owner. They don't want to go through Ed. Ed don't want the name, the moniker as GM, whatever you want to say. He just want to put his 2 cents in and still get credit. That's what I don't like about the situation with Ed Stefanowski. If you want to be the GM, okay, say I'm the GM, I'm hiring 2 assistant GMs, and eventually one of those guys to take over and be the GM. He don't want to let it go. He like the power, he like his position. Because if it don't go right, guess what? Ed could say, well, Troy Weaver didn't do his job. You know what I'm saying? I tried to guide him, you know what I'm saying? So he got protection, immunity, you know what I'm saying? Just being the advisor. And in actuality, the hierarchy is Tom Gores the owner, Ed is the real GM, and he hiring 2 assistant GMs. They still doing it unconventional. I don't care what nobody say. Sometimes you got to see through the bullshit. And that's what it is. Troy Weaver is basically going to be working next to another assistant GM. He's a glorified assistant GM. I don't believe he's going to have the power to do what he want to do. He got to go through Ed, then Ed got to go through Tom. So, at the end of the day, I wish Ed Stefanowski just stayed as an advisor and let Troy Weaver build the team and his image. And people say, well, why would Troy Weaver take this job? Well, Troy Weaver, had interviewed for Chicago Bulls, and they called him for a courtesy second interview, and he thought he didn't have no chance of getting it. And then he turned down the Wizards job, which is pretty terrible because they just signed John Wall to this huge contract extension, and he's this big mega problem, with the Wizards organization. And then, they had the situation where Bradley Beal didn't want to come back, and he couldn't turn down the money. So really, this might have been one of his last few shots, to, be a general manager in this league. So, hopefully whatever him and Ed got worked out, he got some power, he got some control, he can really work it the way he really want to work it, as a general manager. And Ed is just trying to guide him to do so. So hopefully Ed just stay the fuck out the way. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Let Troy Weaver do his job and assistant general manager do his job. If Ed wanted the job, Ed should have just took the job. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Him and Magic Johnson the same. They wanted they want to be the GM, but they don't want the 9 to 5 version of it. He don't want to do the day-to-day basketball operations and this, that, and the third. And I still think they should fire Dwayne Casey. I'm not mentioning no words on that one. He terrible as a coach. I see why Toronto got rid of him. They was going to never get over the hump with him. Troy Weaver had the ability to fire him and bring his own coach in. And I've been saying that. Dwayne Casey is not that guy. You know what I'm saying? This experiment has failed, but that's just my opinion on it. But they ain't going to let him fire Dwayne Casey. You know, he's strapped. You know what I'm saying? He's strapped down to doing what pretty much Ed and Tom want him to do. So, you know, when you come in a situation like this, you know, you was never going to get a top GM candidate that anybody in Detroit wanted because Ed don't want to relinquish the power, you know, as the senior advisor / GM is what I'm calling him. So Troy Weaver, he took the opportunity. Hopefully, you know, he get a fair shake at doing what he need to do and the personnel moves he need to make. But, hey, let me know what you guys think. Let's welcome him to Detroit, you know, with a good Detroit basketball. So hopefully, you know, he can follow in the footsteps of Jack McCloskey and Joe Dumars, not in the draft part, but bringing the championship here. And we'll see how it played out. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, subscription. Best way to donate. Share the video. One time for the one time. We gone.